Hello viewers, welcome to the Game Cave. We're playing Pillars of Eternity. Let's see, last time we got a whole bunch of lore. Let's not dwell on it. Let's see here, we want to take a look around Gilded Vale, I think. First and foremost. I'll pick that thing up there later. I thought I could cross across there, but no. Beneath the vines are crude carvings of a sun rising over 3 stars. Speak to the kid. Papa says the temple is cursed. Perhaps you shouldn't step in it then, you little shit. Let's see, no way to enter that house, okay. Or this one, looks like. Alright, so these 3 houses are a bust. Villagers. Despite the rains, the stalk feels dry and stiff as a locust's husks. Alright, so they're having troubles with their crops as well. What a miserable little village. Let's speed things up a little bit. Here's something. Black Hammer Smithery. Alright, let's have a look. Maybe we can get some good. Also, let's distribute the beer. I think we'll give Eder 3 of them. We'll give ourselves 4. Alof does not really need beer. He doesn't need the damage reduction, really. If all goes well, or according to plan, then Eder is going to be the one taking most of the punishment. As a heater shield, medium, it gives him -4 accuracy and 12 deflection. Plus, of course, 6 from the ability we picked last time. Yeah, so 18 from the medium shield. Pretty good. Let's see about the smithy here. This guy. Tuatanu. Alright. This Amoa man is of an impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin is the dusky blue of the deeper oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscle. Small ears frame a square-jawed face coated in smeared soot and arching black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach. Welcome. You're the first new face I've seen in quite some time. What can I do for you? This your shop? That it is. Been here near on 20 years now, seen all manner of things over the years, good luck and bad. Tuatanu glances at the guard standing watch along the wall, but the Black Hammer Smithery remains. Alright, what do you have here? Come to us at a strange time, I'm afraid. The stock's not what it used to be. But we've fine weapons and armor to offer yet, all forged right here in the Black Hammer. What happened? We just don't have the supplies. Been expecting the next delivery for near on a week now, and haven't seen a sign of it. Have to expect they were hit by big bandits. The road out east is crawling with them. Or my workers ran off with the wagon themselves, maybe, to make some coin, to a ton of snorts. As if that lot would dare. He is right about the bandits, Aloth says. The dire situation in villages like this and the exodus to the cities have created far too many opportunities for unscrupulous sorts. Tuatana scratches his jaw thinking, if you happen to be headed that way, maybe you could keep an eye out for a supply wagon? Or my shipment, at least. They'd be cutting through the Black Meadow, I expect. Only road good for it. Or only good road for it. Okay. As it is, most of our weapons go to His Grace, Lord Raedric. Tuatana glances at the nearby guard. And that is as it should be, but it doesn't leave much for outsiders. We just don't have the iron. Where was the wagon traveling from? We sent the wagon up to New Haomar with weapons. It swings round through Logholm and the like to purchase supplies. Shortest route back is through the Black Meadow, and then north through the wilds. Tuatana shakes his head. Had a trader come through with word they made it to Logholm, but haven't heard a thing since. I'll find your supplies. He nods. Then you have my thanks. You bring those supplies back and I'll have plenty more to offer you. A discount to start. Oh, and if you find my workers, tell them to hurry up, or they can take up farming instead. Alright, so we're not really getting to buy much. You can see the mask there, icon. That means we're stealing. So we don't want to do that. This shelf here, though, is not considered stealing. The daily affirmations of focus and efficacy. Let's see, all errors can be reforged into lessons. Abaddon rebuilt himself from ruin. No setback is insurmountable, not even death itself, as long as the soul is dedicated to the task. Work hard, work well. Abaddon demands only the hardest... Only... What? Hold on, let me try that one again. Work hard, work well. Abaddon demands only honest labor and forthright service. All errors can be reforged if your intentions are pure. All ignorance can be reforged into knowledge. Master your craft, excel at what you have been trusted to do. Do not offend your teacher by remaining a student forever. Each generation must forge its successors. Teach your trade to all those who are willing to learn, and, in doing so, multiply the fruits of your knowledge. All difficulties can be reforged into triumphs. Meet strife with humility and acceptance. Let adversity temper the ingot of your will, and you will never shatter. Embrace your station. Fulfill the duties of your rank and meddle not in the affairs of your betters. All guilds fail at their weakest link. All laws can be reforged into strength. Profitable work heals all emptiness. As long as you have the tools of your trade, you will always be able to forge wealth anew. Value the works of others, and they will value your works in return. Share the harvest with the hungry, and your tools will be with the destitute. All souls can be reforged into whatever we will. Work hard. Hard work is not exclusive to life. Death is no time for complacency. Commit yourself to the excellence in this cycle and the next. This sounds like this reads like Marcus Aurelius. A bit too stoic for my tastes. Right. It's when it says here the cycle, that's the sort of cycle of souls being reborn.
Yeah.
That has to do with animacies and stuff. The reason why we as a watcher can peer back and read people's souls is because they've inhabited this world before. So we can draw upon the memories that are stored in the soul, so to speak. I'm sure we'll encounter someone in this game who can explain it better than I can. Ooh, ale. Oh! +2 damage reduction. Alright. Let's give that to Eddar. He probably needs that.
Yeah.
More than I do. And let's see who lives here. Oh, we got a level. We discovered a new map. Alright, cool. So we get experience for discovering new locations. I did not remember that. Oh well. Right, I want to try and keep lore and mechanics on an even keel. So we'll do that. Boom. Then we get to choose a spell. 2 spells, actually. Alright, this could take some time. I gotta go through and see what this is. Bewildering spectacle creates a bizarre and perplexing visual distraction, confusing enemies in the area of effect. Confused affliction makes the character behave erratically. Every 6 seconds, the target checks randomly to do one of the following. Behave normally, attack an ally, walk in random direction, or do nothing. Every 6 seconds. And this is for 6.5 seconds. I don't know, I don't think so. And this is Binding Web. Spins a resilient, viscous web throughout the area of effect, leaving unfortunate victims stuck inside. Stuck characters are rooted, able to act, but unable to leave their current location. Dexterity is reduced by 2, accuracy by 5. And for all sources, reflex and deflection are reduced by 20. Oh, so this makes people a lot easier to hit. 13 seconds. AoE duration. Right, so the area that becomes webbed is there for 13 seconds. And the stuck affliction that can be applied when someone is within that area lasts for 3.9 seconds. Accuracy versus fortitude. That's interesting, but so far we have 2 melee guys in our party, so it can be tricky to pull this kind of stunt early on, unless we give everybody a ranged weapon. If we were to do that, then we could like stand back, cast web, see who gets stuck, and if everybody gets stuck, we can just pelt them with arrows. Not a bad idea. Bulwark against the elements. Let's see here. Creates a mystical shield around the caster, suffusing them with bonuses to burn, shock, freeze, corrode, and shock damage reductions. That's 15 damage reduction. That's quite good. But I don't know. It does last quite a long while. But we have a lot of protection spells at this point. Combusting wounds causes enemy wounds in the area of effect to ignite, inflicting additional burn damage over time each time they are wounded. For 26 seconds, huh? That's pretty good. That's pretty good because Bear has a lot of attack speed, especially when he's pissed. On corrosive siphon, right. Eats away at the target's spirits, inflicting corrode damage and converting that into essence into endurance for the caster. Drains 56 corrode damage as endurance for 13 seconds. Or over 13 seconds. And that is also an area of effect. That's kind of cool. Curse of Blackened Sight. Hold on. Shrouds the target's vision in total darkness, blinding them. Alright, blinded for 26 seconds. Accuracy reduced by 25 for all sources. Perception reduced by 4. Movement reduced by 2. Reflex and deflection reduced by 20. So this is really good. Also an area of effect. The target's vision. It's a faux AoE, so that means that it doesn't hit my guys that are within the you know, area of effect. Accuracy versus will. The +10. Interesting. I wish there was a way to check what I already have. We can also pick from spell level 1 if we want to, I guess. But we do want to go for the bigger and better spells, right? Fetid Caress. Let's see what that is. The target becomes paralyzed, inflicted with boiling postures of foul-smelling liquid that erupt from... Oh, dude. Sickening those... Yeah, I'll say. Sickening those nearby. Okay, so the target is paralyzed versus Fortitude. And that's for... Oh, dude. 0. Cannot take any action. Reflex and deflection are reduced by 40. Override, stun, stuck, and prone. And sicken, what does that do? All has attributes reduced. Oh, the sicken character has all attributes reduced by 1, Fortitude, and will. Okay, so sickened isn't really a big deal. Not a big deal. But the paralyzation is awesome. Although that's a nasty ass ability. Let's see, infused with vital essence. Infuses the caster with vitality, giving them a temporary increase to maximum endurance and health. Plus 50 max endurance for almost a minute. You know, you could potentially do a melee with a wizard. There's a lot of cool abilities that work in melee range. Merciless Gaze. Caster becomes able to see an enemy's weaknesses and vulnerabilities as though they were physically tangible. Increases the chances of landing a critical hit. 15% of hits converted to crits for a minute. Interesting. Interesting. We are going to be in the back and hitting a lot. But I don't know. I don't know. If it was an accuracy boost, that would be better. Miasma of dull-mindedness. Affects penalties to perception and intellect and resolve. This is in an area of effect, not a huge radius. -6 perception, 6 intellects, -6 resolve for 15 seconds versus will. I mean, I don't know exactly what these numbers work out to in terms of deflection and accuracy and all that. Mirrored image. Oh, yeah, so this is better than Wizard's Double. Yeah, it gives him plus 25 deflection until he's hit. Necrotic Lance. Creates a lance of pure necrotic energy, causing corrode damage instantly and over time. Versus Fortitude. So that could be good against archers and shit like that. Ray of Fire. Creates a scorching ray of flame between the caster and the target, inflicting continual burn damage to the target and anyone caught in the ray. And it lasts for 10 seconds. So this would be, you would like target someone who's far away and then move the caster around to hit as many guys as possible. Seems a bit too micromanagement-y for my taste. And Rolling Flame. A rebounding ball of fire, inflicting burn damage upon anyone in its path. Okay, so on bounce it deals less. How many bounces does it do? Does it say? Yeah, it bounces 3 times. Long range. But, well, we are basically a debuffer. The necrotic lance does deal a fair bit of damage, I will say. And it deals damage over time as well. Well, I think Binding Web is one of those that sort of stuck out to me. Corrosive Siphon is one that I thought might be cool. Curse of Blackened Sight is pretty good. It's a 26 duration and it's a foe AoE. So I think maybe I'll take Curse of Blackened Sight. Fetid Caress. Oh yeah. Paralyzation. Range 6 meters. 10 meters on the Blinding Web. That's good. What about the Siphon? 5. Curse of Blackened Sight is 10 meters. Alright, so let's take the ones that allow us to stay back. If we can, yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. Boom. And we'll make an effort to give everybody a ranged weapon. On the table is something. The Dyrwood, Part 2. The Broken Stone War. We'll read those books later. Here's Integrid. This man and woman appears to have been in a deep conversation, working at closing 2 bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices you approach and pauses. Her smile falters a little. Can we help you? She notices. She looks to her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. Do you know this man, Nanton? Wait, Nanton? Nanton coughs. Yes. I think we met in the Valewood. I warned him about the bear. He inclines his head. Glad to see you made it. Was there anything else you wanted? You two are in good spirits for someone who just lost a friend. That isn't kind of you to say. I'm grieving my husband in my fashion. I'm only sorry I could not convince him to leave Guild of Vale before this happened. I'm relieved to be rid of this terrible place. That's all. It cost me the greater part of my life. And now my husband. And I'm glad to be free of it. So you're in a hurry, huh? Yeah, I imagine so, Integrid laughs. We're packing for a trip, actually. I've been meaning to visit to Firen's Bay, and she looks to Nanton. Well, in truth, I've had my fill of this town. Nanton reaches to take her hand. It's time for some new scenery, he says. Okay, so this has been going on for a while. It is a little suspicious. Is there anything else you can tell me about Gilded Vale? Integrid smiles wryly. Only that you'll want to be moving on as soon as you can. You've seen the tree, I imagine, but the rot goes deeper. If you were looking for work, I'd say you have a better chance of it elsewhere. We're headed for Defiance Bay ourselves.
Yeah.
Huh. Hold on, while I take your shit.
Huh?
That's, that is suspicious. Maybe we should check on, that bear. Nanton, fucking skateboarders. I hope you couldn't hear that. I have my window open because it's fucking warm. And, it's also late at night. Well, not late, but it's like 11 p.m. So, I mean, there shouldn't be a lot of people outside. I figure it's fine. Of course, I didn't think that some douchebag might be skateboarding down my street. What do we have here? Despite, yeah, the Snarks feel like shit. And there's ghosts in there. Let's not go there. Let's stay away from the ghosts. Don't like me them ghosts. Oh. Well, this mill has seen better days. Also. Can we go around? Oh. You know, this, let's drop into scouting mode and speed things up a little bit. Because this here looks like... No. I was hoping there would be some kind of secret. Oh well. I won't walk around in that. Where are we now in terms of the town proper? Let's see, that's the smithery. Okay, so we're above the smithery. Let's see what's over here then. Cows, villagers. Alright, so we can't enter this house. And this house here is a bust. Let's check the mill then. Might be something going on over there. I do remember some things about this game, but not all. It's been a while. I played this game when it first came out, which, oof, that's what, 3-4 years ago? We know there's grain in there, Trumbull. It won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on our crops. A muffled shouting emerges from inside the mill. First, you drunkards coming through that door gets a shot between the eyes. God's hear me, Swenner. I'll put you down like a dog. Come away for now, lads. We'll be back, Trumbull. And we'll have fair prices, or by the flame, there'll be a reckoning. I see. So... bad times and all. Supposed to make sense. Harvest is pretty shitty. Looks like. Let's also grab this, whatever that is. Settler's Arrow. Ah, here's Trumbull. An elven man stands before you. His relatively stocky build suggests a life of labor. His face is pale and drawn, his eyes wide. Behind him, a younger man and a woman exchanged worried glances. The miller raises a club as you enter, and shakes it violently in his grip. Get back if you value your life. What is the barbarian response here? Is it, hey, chill the fuck out, I don't want to hurt you? Or is it, hey, I don't like being threatened. We have that much in common then, Trumbull says, raising his chin a little. With all the poison Swenner has been dripping into their ears, it's not going to be long before someone decides they'd rather do things the messy way. And I won't let anything happen to my family. Okay. So I thought if I took a firm stance against this guy, I might have to kill him. Or get involved into a fight. Who's Swenner? The dwarf. The one standing out there spreading lies among the villagers. Bastard's been here for decades, and he hasn't gotten any kinder with time. The miller hesitates, then lowers the club a fraction. Who are you? Is Swenner roping foreigners into his little crusade now? My name is Bear. I've only just arrived in Gilded Vale. Trumbull shakes his head. You picked a bad time to come visiting. Gilded Vale's had all its shine scraped off. It's just a big dung heap now, and Swenner thinks is the king of it. They're all mad. I see. What was all that ruckus outside? Trumbull shakes his head. Where to begin? Swenner has whipped them up into a froth, going on about the grain stores, claims I've hidden away most of it. All I do with the grain is sell it. I can't create it out of thin air, and I can't hand it out for free. I pay the farmers for the crops they bring in, and I sell what comes out of the mill. Most of it goes to the Black Hound. They're on the west side of town, for ale. The Swinner and his lot sure don't mind that part. Take a look at the field on the way to the town. Crops blighted. And most of what I'm getting from the farmers, tumbled gestures to the sacks and container. It's gone off. Rotted through. I can't pay top prices for blighted wheat. And I've barely got enough grain to go around. Swinner's howling after things he has no right to. Maybe I ought to have a talk with Swinner then. Miller all but sags with relief. I'd be grateful if you did. He won't listen to me anymore, but maybe you'll have better luck. Tell him we're having a hard time of it. And we'll have to make some sacrifices. We all have to make some sacrifices, right. We'll be in your debt for it, if you can convince him. Yeah, Milgard and Serrano. Father's a good man, he's always done right by the town. Sure father can explain better what just happened. Right, a rancid stench rises from the grain. It's mushy and muddled with green. Alright, so it's definitely and it looks pretty empty, these boxes and stuff. I don't think this guy's hoarding much. I think we'll talk with that guy on our way back to the tavern. As it is now, there's, I think, see, there's this house here and that house there. Okay, so we got 2 houses left. Let's go and check those 2 out, and then we'll call this episode to a close. Okay, there's a couple of... Oh, let's not steal anything. Rats scurry behind the sacks. Yeah, there's... I don't want to... That's a whole thing. Those backer things. Those people. Like, it's interesting. And it's a fun thing to do. You know, for the backers. But... they're... verbose, you know, so maybe I'll make a special episode where I go through and read all the backer stuff. That could be fun if you guys want it. I'll leave a save here and I'll run through the whole town and read all the stories of the backer NPCs that they wrote, but you're gonna have to ask for it. Here's Ofra. She has a cat also. What's on the... this worn dog-eared book titled Travels Upon the Keld Glass Sea. There's an etched illustration of a vast fin leviathan. Okay, let's talk to Ofra. Dyrwood woman is standing in front of a fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. Well, I couldn't tell. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Hail, traveler.
Well, finally, I was starting to think the woman makes a startled noise once she turns around to see you. Oh, I'm sorry, I was expecting someone else. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you? I just arrived in Gilded Vale. Thought I might get to know the locals. Were you with one of the caravans? She looks up hopefully. Master Redeemus, by chance? Yes, I was. I'm afraid the rest of the caravan was killed. Ofera covers her mouth with a hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments, she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kalisha, was always certain she could take on any danger. Ofra sniffs. My poor sweet sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I just cannot believe she's gone. If I hadn't called her here, if I hadn't written her, she might still be alive somewhere. Ofra's face crumbles with the solitary tears that slides down her cheek. Kalisha is the woman who helped us get the water and the spring berries. In case you forgot. Yeah, Kalisha mentioned that she thought you needed help. Perhaps I could provide some assistance? Right, Ofra looks at you with some surprise before dabbing her nose with a sleeve. That's kind of you to offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. Ofra wipes her eyes. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kalisha as much as I could, but I know that it's... But all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It happened to so many different mothers, and Lord Raedric. He has exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor, she snuffs. With my hat-hort gone, I don't know if I'd manage, how I'd manage if I lost my home too. I hoped Kalisha would help me. They say the Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child being hollowborn, but she has moved south to Anslug's Compass. Anslug's Compass, I think it is. 2 seasons ago. The journey's not too far from here. I can't make it as I am. The journey is too far from here. I cannot make it as I am. But I don't have anyone else. How now with Kalisha gone? More tears runs down her face. Please, can you help? I mean, I'm not going to try and extort her. Am I? It is a long way to go though, right? What's in this for me? That's not a kind way to put it. Listen, as far as Bear is concerned, Kalisha sort of helped them. Although, well, did help him through the ruins, at least. I'll find Ranga for you. Ooh, 20 copper. Ofra blinks, eyes wide. You will? Oh, God bless you. Here, take... I'll give you a coin to pay for, her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. It's the drink she fashions out of... I think... well, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. Anslug's Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there. I think that's an sound, isn't it? I'm not sure. Leave a comment if you know. That is what keeps me from trying it myself. She claps her hands together. Aha, okay. Thank you again, truly. You'll be saving us both. She sets a hand on her stomach, smiling through her tears. Alright, alright. Hello, kitty. Can I pet you? No. I cannot pet the cat. Alright, well, I think that about does it for this episode. We haven't gone into the Temple of Aethys yet. But that part is kind of... it's a bit dangerous. So, I think next time we want to go north. Neighbors, oh yeah, that's right. Adair hadn't joined us at that time. Okay, well, yeah. Thank you for watching, viewers. I think we'll head back to the forest and see if we can't find Timbolt. And see if we can investigate the bear also. We'll see. So yeah, thanks for watching. And have a good day.